So I'm doing a little video. It's different than what I've done before. Um, so it's kind of like where depression ended up some things in the house. Um, Trust me, I didn't take pictures of the house before I started working on it. Some people had asked some questions, like about the divorce, um, about the house, and me transitioning and stuff like that. And I want to answer some of those questions. Um, Now, in this video, um, I am showing off um, my swing area, some bottles, and a lamp. Depression. A lot of people, like, they're just being lazy or whatnot. No, I remember right when I was going, like, way downhill. I went 3 weeks without a shower. 3 weeks without a shower. Trust me, it wasn't laziness. It was just, I couldn't. Just getting out of bed was horrible. Um, so I'm gonna do the 3 videos, and I'll come back and discuss some more, about the depression part. So this is one of the parts of the video I was wanting to do. When I was well, I kept up the beds pretty well. I gotta tie that rutabaga or cut it down. I don't know which I'm gonna do yet. But I made this area right after my dad died. Here's Nessie. Um, and I've kind of been working on this area. It had grown up, and so at one time that was nice and new. I got a fire pit here that's never even been fired up. I don't know what it looks like up under the tarp, but it's been under that tarp ever since I got it. And here's the swing. I had a full-on canopy. I had some twinkle lights up there, if you can see. They're solar. It's metal. The frame's still good. It's just the cloth awning and the pillows, as you see, are kind of, it is what it is. They're faded and taken over by kudzu. Even this little thing right here at one time was pretty bright and colorful, and now he's all dull and faded. And well, anyways, got trees that's taken over by kudzu. When you don't take care of stuff and you just kind of let things be, other things overtake it. And yeah, so, but this is the swing garden. I actually built that swing October 24th of 2015. I had found the pictures of where I had built it and completed it and stuff, and it had the date. So it was just a few weeks after my dad died. My dad died October the 3rd. And then one weekend I went and got a tattoo that following weekend. And then the next few weeks I had worked on this area. I had put mulch down and stepping stones, as you see, up under the swing. I had put stepping stones up under the fire pit. and then mulch this whole area. But you know, over time things go away. I'm gonna do a couple more little clips of like how the depression has overtaken some things. But this is the first one. It's getting hot out here, so I'm gonna go in, and there's a few things I'm working on. But this is the swing clip. So here's 2 bottles. I probably haven't dusted them since 2015, 2016. You see the dust on them. So yeah, that's one of the outcomes of having the depression and not feeling like doing anything. By the way, this is my bathroom. I just did it, so got this cool little dynamite box with my stuff in it. So yeah, got my shirts hanging up. Somehow I've collected a lot of button-down shirts. But yeah, so this is the bathroom, and there's a closet there. This right here was Deb's bathroom, and one of Deb's many closets that she had, because I didn't have any closets. I'll get into that. But as soon as she moved out, I took over the bathroom because it's connected to the bedroom. And as you see, I'm working in the bedroom too, boxing up stuff, going through clothes. I'm actually trying to just keep enough clothes in those little baskets, like even my jeans, shorts, underwear, socks. Like if it overflows the basket, then it goes into another area. But I got Deb here. She's going to help me go through some more kitchen stuff to decide what she wants. She's in there talking to the dogs. So, so I turned on the water and it overtook my voice, so you couldn't really understand what I was saying. Mainly those dusty bottles represents like how my depression has done my life over the last few years. And it's been not facing any of my past, like even my childhood. Like I never really healed from it. I just avoided it and ignored it, and well, the breakdown's what happened. And as I'm going through things and I'm dusting things, like the bottles, like the lantern you're fishing to see and stuff, it's like washing away my past. I'm hoping that this brings closure and healing for my life. I want my life to start over new as soon as I move out of this house. And, you know, I'm hoping to leave everything that has ever negatively happened in this house. Kind of like the bottles, you know, being washed. And made look like new. Me transitioning and getting a divorce, and, you know, I'm hoping to keep the pups. But other than that, I want a new life, you know, start over fresh. And, you know, I just turned 40, so now's a good time. Better now than never, right? And on that bottle right there, I'm mainly saying that I'm going to start looking at my life as half full instead of half empty. But that's the video on that. I kind of like my energy when it comes to taking care of me. So I don't have problems helping other people. It's just really and truly dealing and facing myself on some things. But I think everybody's that way to a point. It's easier to focus on others instead of ourselves. But there is 2 of those down. I've got like 15 different kind of bottles. And I'll get them all clean and sparkly and stuff like that. But that's video number 2 of what depression has done over the last 5-6 years. I started spiraling down in 2014, but it didn't hit rock bottom until 2017. So, anyways, I'll go more into it into another video. So I will see you then. So this is one of my lanterns. As you see, it's pretty dusty. There again, hasn't been dusted in 5-6 years. You know, you put a light on it, it lights up and sparkles and all that good stuff. Might have to take this to the shower, but I'm gonna clean it. It's might be easier in the shower. Maybe, I don't know. The dirt and grime really represents like what my life has been like for over 5 years. Cleaning this stuff is definitely a process, not only physically but mentally. There again, it's like, how did I get there? Why did I get there? Could I have done something differently? How do I prevent myself from going back into this place again? It's definitely a place I do not ever want to be back in. And you just try to really process it and heal from it. Like I said before, I'm hoping to leave all the negativity into this house. Depression's not fun, and it does something to a person for sure. But I did clean this, and I've got a still needs a little bit more cleaning, but got it done for the most part. And I took a picture of it with the light turned on, so on it. It's definitely one of my favorite lanterns that I have. But these are some examples. There's a lot more I could have shown, but I just wanted to show you these few things. There's a lot that happened that got me to this place. And I'm hoping that this video will show people not only kind of what I'm dealing with right now, but also if they're going through this, that they're not alone. You know, if you've got depression, you're not lazy, you're just trying to survive. And surviving is the number one thing that you try to do during a depression episode, or just any kind of mental disorder. It's just getting to the next day. And just like this thing, my light will start shining bright again. My light's a little flame right now, but I'll get back to where I was before. There's got some mirror type glass, and once it's clean, it really reflects nicely. It's just getting them clean, just like my life, getting it clean, starting fresh. It's exciting, but yet scary. So I just hope and pray that by the end of this that I will be healed, and for as much as I can heal. I'm pushing some of the process, but I'm doing the best that I can do. This is just a little picture of it after it was cleaned. So to finish off the video, there's some things that led to the depression, the episode. I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder, and it's due to childhood trauma. The guy that did it got 25 years, but only served 20 years in prison. He got out in 2014. That was kind of the down spiral of everything, but with the same month of his parole hearing, Deb tried to OD. And I turned down a promotion, and I couldn't go to his parole hearing because of it. And that was her second time of trying to OD. And the first time it was because a neighbor had said something to her son, and then the second time my sister had said something to her, and she goes to 90 to nothing, and she tried to OD a week before she was to move out from here, back in June. That was her third try. But she always had a lot of threats. That's been my life for quite a few years now. If I said something wrong or did something wrong, or if she took something the wrong way, or I was afraid she was always going to try to OD. And it might not have been anything I did. It might be something else somebody has said, and then I not know. So yeah. For the last 9 years, I've been walking on eggshells. And every time she would threaten to, well, or not threaten, but be like, oh, I'm suicidal, I would have nightmares that I would wake up and find her dead. I don't think nobody can understand about how hard it is to be a caregiver to somebody. But especially if they're suicidal all the time. All the time. July the 11th, 2017 was the last day that I worked. I actually went to the hospital that day. The month before, Deb threatened to, well, she was saying she was suicidal with the dogs. She was wanting to take the dogs with her. That would have had me working 50, 60 hours a week, coming home, and possibly finding them dead. If she didn't answer the phone, I would freak out on the inside. There's a lot of things that happen. So, the parole hearing 2014. 2015, I went a long time without talking to my dad because he had went back in prison for some drug charges. He was in and out of prison a lot for drugs. And I told him, if you go back in prison, don't call me until you're dying. And that's what happened. He went into prison, and then he got out of prison, like toward the end of 2014, beginning of 2015. I didn't talk to him until June of 2015. He called, and told me that he had cancer and I needed to meet him at the cancer center because I was the only one to have any sense. And I would understand what the doctors were saying, so I went. I learned a lot about him from that June till the time he died in October. I've even got a video of where I asked him what did he want to be whenever he grew up. And he told me he had never been happy. And I've got it on video. And sometimes I'll play it. And it reminds me that I don't want to be him. I don't want to be on my deathbed saying I've never been happy. It's something I definitely don't want. And it plays over and over again in my head. I watched him die by myself. That was 2015. I saw him took his last breath. 2016, I watched my aunt die. And I was close to her. I was very close to her. A month before she died, one of my dad's sisters, passed. I wasn't as close to that aunt as I was my mom's sister, because I didn't really know my dad's family that well. It was still hard, though. All three of them died at the same hospital. All three of them were put on dialysis. All three of them were in ICU. The ICU people got to know me there pretty well within that year. Because, like I said, it was from October and then May and June. So it was October 2015 and May and June of 2016. And then 2017, Deb was wanting to OD with the dogs. It got to be where I couldn't even sleep in bed. I wasn't sleeping at night, maybe an hour or two. And I was sleeping on the couch. We had a sectional sofa. She was on one side, I was on the other. And that way, if she got up, I could hear her. I was watching her like a hawk. Because my greatest fear is she would do something, I would get the blame for it, even though I had no control over it whatsoever. Or I would try to find a way to blame myself for it. I'm just being honest. In return, it made me depressed. In return, I even got suicidal. Because it's like, if one of us is going to die, I don't want me finding anybody else dead. Or watching anybody else die. And of course my plan was to where nobody that knew me would find me. So, but, I would check myself. I went into the hospital quite a bit. I went in 4 times. Between the flashbacks from the childhood post-traumatic stress disorder, the flashbacks of Deb trying to OD, just everything going through my head, and people telling me, I don't do well with people telling me what I should and shouldn't be doing, especially when I've got like 10 different people. I don't do well with that. That was my last, suicidal thing. I just felt like I couldn't do anything right, and everybody was like, you're not getting a divorce fast enough, you're not moving out fast enough, you should be talking to this lawyer and talking to that lawyer, and why haven't you done this, and why hadn't you done that? And I felt frozen, and I felt like I couldn't do nothing right, you know. When you're in that headspace, And you got people telling you should do this and you shouldn't do that. And it's more than one, it's more than two, it was more than three. It was just everybody coming at me at all kind of directions. I got frozen. I'm unfrozen. I'm about as unfrozen as I can be, but I was kind of forced into it. And there's sometimes I'm wondering if I'm doing the right thing. You know, is it the right thing that everything that's going on is going on? I mean, it's all happening because of me. You know, but that's fear talking. My motto for the last 2 years is you gotta get comfortable being uncomfortable. And I have had a lot of uncomfortable moments, and I'm getting better about being uncomfortable. This video is one of them. I'm very uncomfortable doing this video. You know, it's showing some weaknesses, some vulnerable things that I'm saying, and, you know, I don't know how people are going to take this. Somebody can use it against me later on. I don't know. If they want to, go ahead. I don't care. You know. I just know I don't want to be my dad. I don't want to be him on my deathbed wishing I was happy. That's when I knew I had to transition. That's when I knew my life had to change. Especially here, you know. I still love and care for Deb. I really do. Well, you know, and I know people criticize me for still being her friend or whatnot. Well, how can you divorce somebody and be their friend? Well, we're on different paths. We both understand that we have different paths and different journeys, and, you know, it's not a hate-filled thing, you know. She's got her mental illness, I've got my mental illness, and I can't be a caretaker, and she can't be a caretaker, and, you know, we've got to learn how to take care of ourselves, you know, which I've been taking care of me and her, and I just need to be alone and try to take care of myself and transition and find out who I am, because I've not really ever been single more than 6 months, to be honest with you. You know, I've always lived my life for other people, and, you know, now it's time for me to live for me. That's why, you know, I'm like, I don't know if I'll really ever date again, if I'll ever get back into a real relationship, if I'll ever care about somebody in that way again. I doubt it. I just don't see me putting myself out there anymore. But I know I've got to live my life for me right now. And, continue transitioning and getting comfortable with myself, which I am as comfortable as I've ever been with myself, to be honest with you. I really am. But, you know, as far as the divorce goes, it was my decision. It's not because I'm transitioning. It's because I need to take care of myself. And, you know, my cup was empty. And it got to be where it was going to be me or her. And, you know, and I think it's better for her too. You know, in some ways. Some ways it's not. It's scary for her, you know, and this process is scary for me too. We're both got some scary, I'm tired. I've been going since 5:30 this morning. And it's after 9 right now, so been going a while. I haven't had any off days since I was sick. I was sick last week. I've been going. If you hit a rough spot, just know you can get yourself out of it. It takes work, and this is taking a lot of work. I've had a few people to offer, and I turned them down because I felt like it's definitely something I gotta do. I've had 2 friends to help me move this bed because it's heavy. And I got a friend I'm hoping that can help me get some stuff out of the attic. But before I can get up there to the attic, I've got to do some stuff in the garage. But for the most part, it's me and Deb going through things. A lot of it's more on me than anything since I'm staying here. You know, what she isn't taking, I have to decide if I'm taking or if I'm donating it or selling it. There's some things I've got to put up for sale. And I haven't responded to some people that were wanting to buy a couple of things, so I need to do that too. But in a few months, I'll follow up with this. We'll see where I'm living. I don't know. Hopefully the house will sell and it'll give me a little bit of money to move somewhere. I don't know. I've got 2 pups. I got to figure out where I'm gonna live with them because I'm wanting to keep them and I'm not wanting to get rid of them and whatnot. And the deposits are looking to be about $400 to $600 total for both of them. And then there's monthly rent that's like $25 each or something like that. So I'm really hoping to find something a little cheaper. I don't understand why they don't charge for children. I know that the children make more damages than these 2 dogs. But anyways, that's that. I'll probably get flagged, but I mean, you know, I know what I want in life, and it's not to take care of somebody. It's like I was, you know. I need some give and take on both parts, and I just felt like for the longest time I was giving and giving and giving and giving. But it is what it is. So, anyways, that's what depression has kind of done to me and what I'm facing in the house, some and outside of the house. But things are getting better. And things will get better. So, anyways, I'll do a video in a couple of days on some other things, but that's the main thing that I wanted to do. So y'all have a good one.